I remember it like it was January 31st of 2020. I ran to my desk and planned to binge watch the final episodes of BoJack Horseman. I actually watched 3 and fell asleep, but I finished the rest later. Like I forgot about them until last week, but eventually got back to it. And you know what I found though? As I was watching that very last episode, that it was a masterpiece. The way BoJack revisited old characters and introduced new ones just for the punchline made for a hilarious and heartfelt end to the series. BoJack dying felt real. If life had, animal people, I would think that it was an animated documentary. It was a beautiful end to a beautiful series. It reminded me of the monologue from the episode Free Churro, the monologue of an episode. It talks about how in film and TV, there's rarely a happy ending because the show must go on. BoJack Horseman, the show, did that in a way where there was an ending, but it wasn't necessarily a happy one. And then I found that there was another final episode. Nice while it lasted was a strange episode, to say the least. It starts out with BoJack and Diane hanging out on a rooftop in outfits we've never seen, with a flatlining heart rate above them. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this is setting up BoJack to die at the end of the episode. He died at the end of the last episode too, but they'll find a way to explain it. The next shot is BoJack dead, like he was at the end of the last episode, and wait, no, he isn't. In a move that only Star Wars: The Rise and Fall of every main character in the series could pull, BoJack is alive somehow. Now you remember everything we learned in the last episode about, BoJack accepting everything he did in his life and that he wasn't perfect, but that's fine. Well, the writers sure didn't, because BoJack's alive. Yay! We get a very quick montage of BoJack dead in the hospital, and then he's alive again, quickly onto the court proceedings of him breaking into a house that he used to live in, getting drunk and high and dying there, and then he is finally in prison. He then gets out of prison, only for a few days though. His sentence isn't yet. I don't know why. They just didn't have BoJack be out of prison, but it's fine. But BoJack's let out of prison to be at Princess Carolyn and Judah's wedding. Now you remember, of course, you big BoJack Horseman fan, how Judas said that he loved Princess Carolyn 2 episodes ago, and now they're married with a great deal of setup, may I add. Just a whole lot of setup there. Now, on the way to the wedding, Mr. Peanut Butter, BoJack's chauffeur for the day, has to make a little bit of a pit stop. Now, you remember a few seasons ago how Mr. Peanut Butter stole the D from the Hollywood sign, making it Hollywoo. It was a great joke. Some would even say it was sensational, much like Young Gravy's latest album. On the way there, however, it turns out there's a little bit of a snafu. Instead of getting a D for the Hollywood sign, they got a B. They got a B for Hollywoo. Get it? Get it? Because it's a B instead of a D. Which is a really great joke for the next few seasons, changing it up a little bit. But wait, there aren't new seasons. This is the last episode. I'm just confused. Paisanos, I'm just confused. Why does everyone try to end their brand with a B to change it up? It never works. Anyway, we get to the party, and Mr. Peanut Butter leaves BoJack for his friend Erica, which was a joke set up in the first episode. If you picked that up, you big BoJack fan, you. And then we get this really cute scene between BoJack and Todd. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just a cute scene. I'm glad this scene happened. there is a little bit of symbolism with their footsteps parting. I don't get it. I know there is symbolism there. I just can't figure out what it is. We also get a scene between BoJack and Princess Carolyn where they almost flirt. They dance a little bit together. It's awkward, to say the least. I mean, they haven't had a relationship since season 1, and they're flirting again at her wedding. It's a little weird. It's a little out of place. But whatever, you have to tie up her end as well. And then we get to Diane's scene that was set up at the beginning of the episode with the flat line and everything. She's smoking on the roof, as per the usual, and BoJack comes up there. She promptly rips into him for leaving her a message and then dying. Understandable. And then we get the reveal that Diane and Guy got married. He was moving to Texas and she wanted to stay in Chicago, but they're married now and it's a happy ending for them, which I guess is good. It's just, it doesn't feel like BoJack, It's a very sad show, and all these happy endings, it feels weird. That's the only way I know to describe it. It feels weird. And then the camera pans to reveal the shot from the beginning of the episode. What's gonna happen next? It ends. The episode ends there. And that's it. Diane and BoJack stare up into the stars. The episode ends. It's a happy ending, I guess. It seems like everyone lives happily ever after. And for any other sitcom, I'd be happy with this, but I don't know. I held BoJack to a different standard, maybe? Is that the word I'm looking for? It's too conclusive for me. The second to last episode was a piece of art. It was thoughtful, and it was just full of symbolism. It was the right ending. Leaving the life of BoJack Horseman open feels a little cheap to me. It feels like Netflix is just keeping a back door open if they wanted to keep the show going. Or they just wanted the money, honestly. I mean, they had that chance with Tuca and Birdie, but they ended it after a 10-episode season. One 10-episode season. It goes back to the monologue from Free Churro that the show at least has to have a chance of going on because the studio has to keep making money. And that's coming from a show that couldn't have a conclusive ending. But Netflix, if you need any new writers, I have a few ideas in the works. I did a short film a few months ago actually. It's up on the Furabi channel. Check it out, Netflix. Hit me up, please.